for March for Life. Do you believe that God is pro-life?
God is the creator of life, yes.
God created life, so God is pro-life. Do you believe the Bible is pro-life?
Yes.
What about in 2 Kings when God sent some bears out of the forest to kill some kids for making jokes about someone being bald?
If you look closely enough, you could see the moment the wires cross in this man's brain, realizing he has no reply to the good liars' question.
What do you think the punishment should be for somebody who has an abortion?
If you have actively and willfully murdered someone, I believe the death penalty is appropriate because the Bible tells us that's what justice looks like.
So you're so pro-life that you're pro-death?
Sadly, this is a common theme among the pro-government limiting reproductive rights crowd.
Amazing. And can we see your flag here? Liberty or death?
You think abortion is murder?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, because...
So do you think that Herschel Walker is a murderer if he paid for an abortion?
Well, like I said, we've all done bad things. I mean,
well, murder is that's one of the worst you could do, right?
You know, it's according to what you want to call murder. I mean, if you see somebody breaking in your house and you kill them, is that murder? You know, if you accidentally run over somebody,
is abortion murder?
Well, if you do that a premeditated taking of life, I think that is murder. Premeditated taking of innocent life is murder.
So that, by your definition, if the allegations are true, he was a murderer. But that's okay with you because he repented.
Well, what is sin is sin. I mean, some sins are more long-lasting.
As you just saw from the Good Liars' reaction, the mental gymnastics conservatives undergo to justify believing in these falsehoods have no limit. And since so many of these people rely on religious doctrine to strip away the reproductive rights of millions of people, it can feel impossible to make any substantive headway on changing these people's minds.
Donald Trump doesn't believe in a woman's right to choose.
Okay, but there are certain cases where I believe that a woman should be able to choose, but there are also certain cases where, that is a child inside of a woman's body. So I'm stand for both, but, it's...
So a woman should not have the right to get an abortion if she's 7-8 weeks pregnant. She may not even know she's pregnant at that point.
I believe that most likely she will know at that point, but if she doesn't, of course, baby has been growing inside of her for 6 weeks, so it's, you'd be killing someone if you did an abortion.
It doesn't have a heartbeat, though, until longer, so it's not like it's killing a person, right?
I still believe that it's killing a person, because that is still a human being inside. No, it doesn't matter if they have a heartbeat or anything, there's still fetus growing inside of someone, and that mom is still going through many symptoms and, her trimester symptoms to, carry that baby, whether they have a heartbeat or not.
What about once a child is born? Since you believe very strongly in life, you believe in protecting life once a child is born?
What was that?
Once a child is born, should our society, should our government do more to protect kids after they're born? Or should a child or a baby be totally on its own with their family and no government help?
It depends on the circumstance. Again, it's if a parent decides that they become a parent, they should be responsible for taking care of that child. Of course, there are certain circumstances where teen moms, single parent families who, I believe that they could use some assistance, but for the most part, it's like they're choosing to become parents, and they should...
But it's not the child's fault if they're born to a parent who can't take care of that child or can't feed that child. It's not the child's fault, right? So shouldn't our government at that point step in and try to help?
Yes and no. That's just what I believe.
The hypocrisy of the anti-abortion crowd becomes more apparent the more you ask about their beliefs on the government's role in supporting the citizens under its control, where social programs like paid parental leave, subsidized childcare, and universal health care do far more to protect the supposed sanctity of life that these folks claim to care so much about.
I saw the sign, choose adoption.
Yeah.
And how many children have you adopted?
Not able to adopt. I'd love to adopt. We weren't able to adopt.
And how many children have you adopted?
None. We just
I have 2 of my own. Yeah.
And how many children have you adopted?
None.
And how many children have you adopted?
I have 2 of my own.
Yeah. But so you've adopted?
I have 2 of my own.
But you haven't adopted
No.
Okay.
Just the message.
The message. Okay.
And of course, they can't even follow their own advice and refuse to fully take part in the belief system that they are advocating for.